Okay.
To know Baba is to love Baba. To know the self is to love the self. The highest and the purest meditation is not restrained by time, circumstances, or mind. But keep bringing the attention back to Baba and I. The attention of the soul may drift in the direction of some images and sounds. Redirect it back to the I, the Om. That's why Baba is called Ek Omkar. This is the greatest unmasking, the greatest unveiling of the I, of the Om. anything after, what the eye is pointing at is a concept. Is unreality, is a dream. Keep isolating the sense of I and Baba. And for a few moments, just see what Baba is seeing. Is Baba seeing you with the vocabulary your mind knows? As you? Or is Baba seeing you as the emotions that your mind and body feels? Because there's a sense of I that accompanies every experience. Thinking is an experience for the being. And the self accompanies every experience without exception. So don't fight the experience. And Baba says very clearly, do you know the beginning, middle, and end of the drama? Which means, do you know that you will be accompanying all these experiences of happiness and sorrow? Remind yourself of that. That's what Baba says. Why? Why remember happiness and sorrow? So that you can know their truth beyond happiness and sorrow, which is created by nothing other than that which is eternally recorded vocabulary. And the meaning associated with it. That is why each one experiences happiness and sorrow to a different degree. Based on the meaning associated with the vocabulary in the mind. Based on the dictionary in the mind. So Baba says, know that, so that you will know that you are that one which is silent. Your original religion is silence. And you are not the vocabulary in your mind, not even the letter I. But just Om. That's a sound which is pointing towards the silence that you are. So who's Baba seeing? The one who's beyond sound. Silence.
Om Shanti, sister. You said Baba is
Sure.
Ek Onkar. You said no, Baba is, that's how Baba is Ek Onkar. So that sentence was very, very intriguing. So please, before you start, Murli,
Mm-hmm.
yesterday Baba made us experience that we are, who am I, that I am that Om. But today you said Baba is Ek Onkar. So please relate it because we had been hearing as a child, you know, every in all religion. So that was
Mm-hmm.
very beautiful when you said, no, when Baba was telling Baba, that's how Baba is Ek Onkar. So
Mm-hmm.
kindly, yeah, make it more relevant. What's the relevance of Baba being Ek Onkar?
Mm-hmm. Baba is the one who is waking up all the souls who are all Oms, right? All souls are Oms. And he's the one who's the father of all. So, right? So that's why he's also, I think in Sikhism it's called Ek Omkar.
Yes,
Is that?
yes, yes, indeed, yeah.
Yeah. And they're beautiful words that they use in Sikhism. There are other words also that are pointing at God as being the Ek Omkar. And what else? Karta Purush.
Satnam, एक ओंकार
Sister Rupa
सतनाम.
knows it all.
सबको रटा
Yeah,
हुआ है.
एक ओंकार सतनाम. Yeah, करतार पुरखो निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी साहिबन गुर प्रसाद.
I'm
Ah.
clapping for Rupa sister.
Yeah, because Ajuni Sahiban Guru Prasad, they give whole the description of the Baba. That he's Akal Murat, there is a no Murat. He's a Vichittar, just like Baba's teachers. Ajuni Sahiban, he has a no birth. He's a nirbhay. He has no fear. So he has a no enemy, no fear, nothing. He just complete Akal Murat.
Om is
You just like
complete.
beautifully explained in the first Murli, in the first body.
Sister Rini, now you explain everything what Rupa sister, told about. No, no more homework you have got right now. Not
Oh, yeah,
only Ek
I will
Onkar,
have to do
all
my
the
homework.
connotations of 5 words, please. Yeah.
5 words she can explain because she knows them.
Acha, you tell about Ek Onkar. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Ek Omkar for me, Om is a sim sound, right? And it's a sound which takes you beyond all sounds. The only sound which takes you beyond all sounds is Om, right? And Baba is the one who takes the souls beyond sound. So that is why he's the only one, Ek Omkar. There's only one that can take the souls beyond sound. And there's really nothing else other than going beyond sound. There's a beautiful experience somebody was sharing, and I will see, hopefully, they can share tomorrow in the class here. And um, and the soul was sharing that when they feel anger in their body, when they feel anger, not in their body, but when they feel anger, what do they do? Earlier, that soul was taking a lot of sorrow from other people's sorrow, from their friends, from their, I mean, whoever they were coming in contact with closely, they were taking a lot of sorrow from them, from their stories, from their life, feeling helpless for not being able to help them. Then they realize that they are only getting further deeper into the ditch of taking sorrow. So what they started doing is, what they said is that now whenever I was feeling angry for not receiving help, or that I was feeling helpless, or whatever the reason for anger was, instead of pushing those feelings down, not wanting to face them, or instead of expressing them, what they started doing is they started allowing it to happen. And instead of giving it a story or letting a story behind it, they just allowed that experience. Let's say if it's anger, and they would just see that anger is anger in some color, let's say red, and they will see how that whole red color is just passing energy through their body, allowing it to be experienced and allowing it to leave the body. What happened was, and I was just listening to it, and I'm like, this is so beautiful, because it's just soul and the energy. There's no story, no words, nothing behind it. And they said what they're finding as a result is all these emotions are becoming weaker and weaker, their frequency is becoming less and less. And they're saying, they don't control me, I control them. And in that, I realize it's just Om and energy. It's just soul and energy. There's no mind in there. Mind is energy, but no, not in the form of formed words and formed vocabulary and formed thoughts and formed, you know how every word is carrying an emotion with it. Depending on the meaning, each one is associated with it. And so what they are done now, just giving it a color makes it very impersonalized. They said the word they used is, it depersonalizes it. And because it depersonalizes, it just leaves their body. They don't do anything. They don't resist, nothing. Allow it to be. And then allow it to pass. They just stay silent and observe. Let it be. They don't give it words. You know, the loaded stories that come with it. They don't. There's no word trying in it. There's no word, oh, I'll figure it out. I will manage. Or I will let it go. There are no words in it. Zero wordings to anything. Just a color, and allow it to be. I thought it was very fascinating, to me, at least, because as Baba has been telling us, even today, Baba said that go beyond sound, right? And there he's saying there's one language, one religion in golden age. It's not Hindi English language. It's a language of vibrations over there. And that is why this is a language of vibrations. There's no vocabulary per se. Yeah. No vocabulary given to an emotion, because an anger, an emotion has so much vocabulary attached to it. Why am I feeling anger? This is the reason I should not be feeling angry. This, that, this, that, this, that. 1,000 points of gyan applied to it and suppressed. In this, what they are finding is that they are not, and they kept saying, it's like, it's not that I'm saying I'm impersonally seeing it, it is just feeling impersonal.
So, sister, what we understood, I mean, I understood, one person who is having this emotion of anger, he's not relating, or even who is with that person, he is, she or he, they are, both of them, they are not relating it with that emotion or energy. You're trying to say that?
Yeah, they have zero. I mean, it's
It's
not
so,
like they're
so
mentally
beautiful.
saying.
It's so beautiful if it is
Yeah,
being manifested. It's
yeah,
all already Satyug, maybe some
yeah,
colorful. That's why your background today, your class was that all the emotions, color of anger and
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah,
I
All
was
exactly.
relating now. Yeah.
We shared this
dark
in the
blue,
beginner's
black.
course.
So many
Yeah, we
figures which were
shared this in the
portrayed.
beginner's course. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you saw that. It was there in the beginner's course, but the
Yes,
second
it
chapter
was there
was
in
on
big.
that.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. The second chapter was on this only. Um, but it was, to me, basically what Baba is really telling us is to know ourselves beyond this entire uh, game of emotions and the vocabulary that comes with that emotions and the vocabulary that brings those emotions. Just go beyond it all. So then Baba's knowledge, then when he's saying things like, sweet child, remember the history of your victory and defeat. It makes sense. Why is he asking me to remember victory and defeat? So that I know my truth beyond this. Victory and defeat is what? Is an experience of victory and an experience of defeat. And Baba is asking me to go beyond it and know my truth, which is absolute. Absolute
Sister,
truth.
Sister Baba is relating to remember five Sarup also. Baba says, no, Swadarshan. It's same thing, no? I have recording of Har and Sukh both, but who am I mean I'm Om, that feeling.
I'm not even those sattopradhans and scars.
Yeah, those are just sheer
They're
recordings.
just for the play. I'm actually beyond sattopradhans and scars also. I'm the absolute being.
Yes.
And more I know my absoluteness, then sattopradhan sanskar is a natural extension of my truth, which will kind of be reflecting in the drama.
So right now you shared that experience, no, of that beautiful soul. So it's
Yeah.
the way, it's a Harjeet recording, anger coming, oozing out. I'm not giving it any impact. It's not impacting me. It's just being vanished, and we are detached and watching it. Can she share herself, sister, if she's in the
And
group
they
right
will
now?
share tomorrow. That's what they said they will share tomorrow. But the
Okay.
thing is like, it is like anger has a story, and that story creates anger.
Okay.
Right? Every emotion is coming with a story. It's not coming without a story. Every
So I
emotion
don't
has
have an interest in a story. How it will happen then?
exactly. So then these are just old sanskaras that are emerging. And how do they intensify themselves through body and mind? This is what the intensity of that emotion is experienced in the body. And what we do is because it's experienced in the body, we suppress it. You dislike it. You don't like it. You push it down. Yeah,
Yes.
push it down. And because you push it down, it somehow, sometime, for some time, it gets suppressed, but it starts to create blockages in the body and the mind. This is how we
Didi,
create bodies. Yes.
sometimes the image come at first, right?
Yes.
Even that time also,
Story is
first
with words.
image.
images.
So,
Story is not just words, words and vocabulary, images, everything. Yeah.
yeah. So even in that case, also the same, like just she's actually visualizing it, that energy in a color and everything, just the
Go-
attention goes away, I think,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
that story or
Yeah.
that
You see, there is no
emotion.
story
Yeah.
left. The mind has no story left to say. My mind does not.
So
Yes. Sorry.
so it's not a distraction, like for a momentary distraction, is just the moment has gone, it doesn't come back that way, or
So what they're saying from their experience is it's becoming less and less, and I feel like now they have no power over me.
okay.
Yeah. And I am their master. They are not my masters. I'm not suppressing them. I'm really allowing them to be felt. It's okay if I'm feeling anxiety. There's nothing wrong. I will allow my body to feel that anxiety and let it pass.
So they are not they are experiencing everything, but in a color form, not just giving any, just paying
Not
attention on the
story.
color instead of image and the emotion it comes
Story,
with.
yeah.
Okay.
And the story,
Okay.
especially the story behind it. Yeah. And of course, it's like they're saying that it's they are kind of allowing it to pass and allowing it to go. But they're seeing a huge shift in the way they are seeing things and the way they are. I mean, there's a lot of respect that they're experiencing for their own part also. Yeah, a lot of
Sister,
respect.
kindly explain the photograph also, if possible.
Yeah,
Matlab,
leave it there.
thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
yes, thank
And
you.
one thing more I can share.
Mhm,
Long back, I am feeling lot of fear. I said to someone, lot of
mhm,
fear every day. Matlab, just when two cars are coming, as if they are collapsing, like they
mhm,
lot of fear inside. If we go from underpass, that will fall on my car, something like that. Many
mhm.
times, every time mostly. So the person whom I told, he told me that "L- let them do, let they you take it as it is. Just now you are saying na, let the fear come, whosoever come, let
Yeah,
you say like this,
yeah.
and take it. You are not, because the soul is fearless, and
Mhm,
let it come as it is. Just I remember that incident today, just
mhm.
for linking. Thank you, sister.
Thank you, Baba. Yeah, so Baba is saying, remember the history of your victory and defeat. This is a play of happiness and sorrow, a play. It's a play inside of you, the soul, right? You have all these different four kinds of sanskaras within you. Baba is saying this unlimited drama is so wonderful that whatever happens throughout the whole world at every second, it repeats identically. Identically. So, do you want to live in resistance to whatever the experience is in the moment? If it's going to repeat identically? Hmm? No, don't. You want to be the observer of that resistance also. Yeah? So Baba is saying this drama continues to move like a louse. It continues to tick away. One tick cannot be the same as the next tick. This is why this drama is very wonderful. Now, when our mind says it's boring, it's boredom, immediately know that it's not the soul. Why? Because for the soul, every moment that is ticking is new. For the soul, there is no word boredom because for the being that is changeless, every moment is new. not repeating as a past moment. It's different in this second, and then different in this second, and then different in this second. Where is boredom? Any boredom? Then you know it is the mind that is experiencing boredom. Because it's so addicted to change, right? Addicted to a different, even Baba's vocabulary will be heard differently. We are looking at the bhav behind the words, the bhav. But if you're reading as a word, these words will after a while become just another granth for you.
So mind is addicted to gross changes, right? And because otherwise every second is different, which
Yeah.
only the soul can appreciate it.
Exactly.
But the mind wants gross, bigger, like, bigger changes.
Yeah. Even at the level of words and sound, it wants change.
Hmm.
Yeah. Big, and it is actually gross for the soul. So if
Gross
you
for
really,
the soul, yeah.
yeah, it is gross for the soul. These change of words. I need different vocabulary. I need different words to hear the same message. No, you don't.
Hmm.
Mostly
Right?
the soul doesn't, I mean, the mind is not staying in the present moment because they are always in the imaginary world of the past and the future. What happened, what going to happen. That why is boring because they keep constantly they're remembering the past, why happened, what happened, how it happened, the creating the so much questions, and then they worry for the future how it will be solved. So there is no present. This mind or the soul is not, the soul is there, but yes, mind is complete over taken, the soul is not in the present moment to experience its truth. That is the confusion, and that is the boredom is there because keep continuously I'm thinking for past, obviously I have so much agitate and so much boring that time.
Yeah, but the being really needs to know itself beyond the words, beyond the vocabulary, beyond the sound of the thoughts. Thoughts are nothing other than sum total of some vocabulary put together. So, what is past? What is a thought of a past? Tell me. Few words put together from a vocabulary that your mind has.
It comes in it, through the experiences what experienced was experienced.
Actually, the words are carrying that experience in the form of some story.
Because
Yeah,
some
the words,
images
obviously
also.
the each experience the words is given to define it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
was
why the
even though you
word
say the experience or you say the word or vocabulary, it's the same thing. For understanding, yes, we
has to
have to go beyond the.
have to break it. If it's the same thing, then we would have learned it a long time ago. We have to break it.
And there's the like
Body
feelings
consciousness
and the
is nothing.
emotions.
Body consciousness is nothing but the same thing. No, you have to break it. It's too gross a form for us to understand. If we don't break it, then okay, well, Baba has been saying break body consciousness, break body consciousness, break body consciousness. What is body consciousness? Body is not just five matter, five elements of nature. Body means every word, every sound, every feeling associated with that word. All of this is aspects of the body and the costumes the soul is wearing. But we make word body consciousness, body. What is that then? What is that? If we don't break it, it becomes very gross. And what is image? Image is also created by words. Image is created by vocabulary. See, the same face you and me are seeing. You will call that face ugly, and I will call that face beautiful, or the other way around.
Right. So
We have
it's
given the
based
name,
based
we have,
based on the visual. There's an impression. Everybody could have a different
The
impression or a
visual, Yeah, but the visual is also created by the story in the words and the thoughts.
We
The
have given the
visual is
name to that
created by the
image.
filter
Sorry?
which we wear for that, you know.
Sorry?
Sorry.
Say that.
All the brilliant student, please, one by one. And at a slower space, and we can give the numbers also, because nothing is being understood. One by one, please.
So I was saying, for all the visuals that are there, it's based on the filter, what the filter one is wearing, as you were saying, what
What
the
is the
impression,
filter?
the same face.
What is the filter?
And the filter is also a bunch of emotions and feelings.
What is
which
emotion? What is feeling? What is all of that? Break it. See,
yeah,
these
which
become
come.
just words, another word. It just becomes
It's
another.
a word. Yeah, we give the word anger. It's just like you gave the example of the anger. It's a word, and now we associate it
Now
with the
we color.
feelings and emotions and everything. As
Yeah.
soon as the word sad or sorrow comes, automatically the facial expression will change, because body sensation starts sensing, I must say it, I am this. Because
Yeah.
word it sends it with all emotion feelings attached to the words, and
It
as
was
soon as the mind remember the word, and these expression will express everything.
so we have to break it. That's why this picture, if you see on the side, this is like a book drowning in the ocean. And I've just put that soul inside of that book because that soul is stuck in that book, that dictionary of words.
Even at center, what those four chairs, what do they mean, sister? At center?
Yeah, those four chairs are those four: golden dictionary, silver dictionary, copper dictionary, and iron age dictionary in there. But it's
Okay.
just attached to the body as a chair. And that is why it feels an absolutely real experience. The body is the chair.
So true,
And
sister. Now this one realizing it, the every image come in this case, every image come, and this one has given every image insecurity, this fear. So yeah, every image associated with some word only. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That is why this word, yes, sorry.
What do you mean by breaking it? I don't
Oh,
understand.
you mean they're breaking it down from very gross form of body consciousness? What does that really even mean?
Peeling off the layers of it, going to the bottom of
Yeah,
it.
we are peeling the layers of onion. We are going what it really means. So that is when it becomes very easy. That means I, the being, am simply Om. I'm not even I. But what is it that I was supposed to be just that pure being that you are? But after that I added I am. Am is also fine. I am. Now this is fine. This is you. Let's say minimum two words. Okay. Now I am, and then I put another word after it, as Sister Rupa said, sad. So now I become that. Then I am living a Iron Age dictionary. But in Golden Age dictionary, there's no dictionary only. There's only vibrations of the soul. So then there's no problem. Hmm? In Silver Age, little bit dictionary maybe starts. Little bit, not too much, but little bit.
They are neutral.
Yeah, kind of little bit, maybe 16, say 14. So little bit dictionary starts. Very, very little.
So why did Baba say today something like, those who come in the silver age don't come to heaven? Right? There was
It's
something
because,
like that.
yeah, in Silver Age, it's not really heaven, no? There's still some, there is already some sense, it's like half heaven, it's like Baba says, no, sometimes it's not fully heaven. Full heaven is
Semi-swarg.
only,
It's
Semi-swarg,
two,
Baba says.
only 2 degree less.
yeah, Baba calls it Brahmin Kshatriya.
वो
Kshatriya
जब
also.
बाबा बोलते हैं ना, जो पूरे पास नहीं होते वो सिल्वर एज में जाते हैं,
तो वो फिर
Those
गोल्डन
who are
हो जाएंगे
fighting with their sanskars go to Silver
काम
Age.
में golden
Those who are always fighting or battling, like
Yeah,
warrior
they're
Kumar
those who
and
are
warrior
fighting with their
Kumari.
those who are fighting with their words, I will now say. Sanskar ko bhi kaat do. Those who are fighting with their words in their mind are actually going to Silver Age.
क्षत्रिय
It
हो
actually
गया है
sounds very silly.
Yeah, it is. It is
Sounds
this
very silly. Oh, I'm fighting with sad.
fighting with the word called SAD. Sad.
That's why they're showing the arrow and bow in the Silver Age. They give to the Rama. This is it's showing the symbol of the there is a consciousness of the arrow and bow. It's just like you are really fighting with your own mind.
And now the thing is, the words are now so softly spoken, they've translated into feelings in the
But one
body.
side, Baba says that three-fourth is the happiness, one-fourth is the sorrow, and it cannot be equally. I mean, half and half. Mostly, Baba always says is a half and half. Cycle is a half and half happiness, half sorrow. But
Both
today,
the
Baba says three-fourth and one-fourth.
Yeah, it is depending. Baba is one. See, Baba is looking at things like Baba is saying tick, 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 never repeats itself.
Mm-hmm.
Or the same time, the whole thing is ever repeating itself. Yeah. So Baba's language
That
has,
repeat of that repeat is a cycle after, but
yeah.
is the right moment is not same.
Whilst it is you, the being in this cycle you're experiencing, it is just one tick is a new tick for you. In this
Right,
cycle, this tick will never come again. But for
right.
you, the changeless being, it is beautiful thing. So what is boring? Baba, this moment is so new. Yes, child, it's new. Very new for you. It's the first time you're living this moment in this cycle. Do you know that? Yes, Baba. Baba, the mind is complaining about boredom. Mind, छोड़ दो उसको मुझे दे दो. तुम just live this moment with me in this moment here and now. है ना? So it's like it really the changeless self that I am. Then it is beautiful, no? That Baba says, then everything that has happened, somebody shared, everything that has happened is beautiful, everything that is happening is beautiful, and everything that will happen is also beautiful. For who? For the changeless one. Because nothing ever is repeating for me. And I am always beyond change. So the change has no relevance for me. Because it's ever repeating change also. So then everything is wonderful for me now, before, after, everything is all the same. And yet it's new. It's wonderful. If we can understand these points of drama, they're so gorgeous. They're so filled with beautiful, uh, I would not even call secret for me. It's not Raz for the soul anymore. These miracles that Baba has revealed to me, that's so natural for me now, the being of light. Baba says you're point, but you're also an ocean. What does that mean? Huh? Opposites, complete opposites.
Yeah, because all the jhar is within you. Whole
Yeah.
every recording of the from Satyug, from Sato Pradhan to Tamo Pradhan, every recording is there.
So point is not really a point. That is
Really.
what Baba was telling us yesterday. Point is really an ocean. It's infinite. And it's once we understand Baba's knowledge clearly, then there is absolutely no need to think about what's going to happen next.
Because soul is always in the present only. Present is blissful. That always we used to say when I do courses to others, na. Past is a history. Today I am learning that past is a history, future is a mystery, present is a gift for you. And practically today I
Heard
learned,
it all. We have heard it all. But until we have the gyan of drama, soul, and Baba, nothing
today
comes to
little
fruition.
little I come to know what is the meaning of all these things, na?
Yeah.
We are
That is
giving
what
code
Baba says, na?
more.
He gives us the essence of all the knowledge. And that is why being separate from inner voice and the feelings of the what you experience in the body, if you can be separate from these two things, you're free now. You're free now, here and now.
Repeat. Sister, please repeat two things.
Mhm. If you can see, what was I saying? What did we say? Anybody remembers?
Separate from two things, thoughts and person identity.
No, no, no. These are not the words I used. What were the words?
Inner
Be
voice.
separate from the inner
Feeling,
voice
inner
and from
voice
the
and
body.
feelings.
Okay, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Inner voice, separate from the inner voice and the feelings of the body. You're free. You're free. Absolutely free. And this one is practically using it a lot, like somebody came who's, of course, throughout the day when by yourself also, whenever the mind starts to speak, I really just like, okay, some words are being spoken and I don't understand this. I have a completely new dictionary, which is silence. There are no words in that dictionary. Yeah. There's no words in that dictionary. So I just sit with Baba and allow that mind to whatever it's doing and then just being with Baba. And then sometimes you feel some heaviness or lightness in this body, and then and it's like just another experience. You're allowing it to be and let it be. Right? And you find you're always in this present moment with Baba. Yeah. So then somebody came and I saw that's the soul's part that helped us buy this house. Right. So he just came to knock on the door to let us know that they're selling the next house. Yeah. Now, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, when this house was bought, so I could see my mind creating the image and the words and the story and the experience associated with that person's identity part. Right. The inner voice started speaking the story. And it was just like once you get into the habit and you're like, Baba, yes, child. Do you see these words are coming up from the dictionary of the person mind? It's the dictionary speaking here. And it was immediately, it's like, okay, leave the dictionary aside and you're seeing itna sa batein nahi ki. It's just you're doing please, it takes much longer to speak. It's literally in less than a second, all of this is happening. And he came, he knocked on the door and he said, I'm here, and I'm just seeing him, the soul, and then I'm seeing, yeah, beautiful story and beautiful soul. Now it is coming from a place of knowing, not a dialogue. Does that make sense? Not
Yes,
some
sister.
repetition of same words. It is now coming from the knowing that I know your silence because I know my silence I am. I have no words in my dictionary. You have no words in your dictionary because we both are silence. Words have no power to define me. Feelings have no power to define me. So no words, no feelings. And that is what together is called an experience. Now to break experience also is very important. Experience is word plus feeling is an experience in the body and mind.
So when Baba says break the body consciousness, it means Baba wants to break both the things. Words,
Yeah.
stories.
And the feelings and sensations of the body.
Okay.
Yeah. And totally being bodiless, that is what it means, being bodiless.
I have one question regarding this. Like you shared an example that somebody who shared that they could see their anger and sensation and feeling and let it go. But when you come in connection with people and you have to come in action, I think that I've asked many times. So, what if the feelings and everything is not still clear and you're still battling, not battling inside, but you're seeing all that and there's no pure feeling yet when you come,
What they
especially.
shared is, what
So
they
then,
shared,
how action then?
so what they shared is because they are seeing it like that, they feel that they are becoming more and more a master of their emotion. It's not like they're saying it's 100%, but they have seen a massive shift in last just few months, few weeks. Yeah?
I mean,
Massive shift.
there's not that example, but if there's a lot of things going on inside, then how do you come with a clear soul conscious vision, which is still not, because inside there is all that chaos, and especially in connection with some people, which I will not say karmic account, but then
Yeah.
what do you do? Like, and you have to come in connection with those.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So then
And
how do you
we must.
you don't want to feel guilty that I did not come in according to Srimad. So then how do you really
This is the attention we are paying throughout the day. It is not something that will happen in an interaction only, but also when you're not always 100% of the time you're in interaction, are you? But when I'm not in interaction with anybody, who am I and what am I doing in that moment? Let's say I know, for example, you're teaching in a school, right? Okay. And you're constantly coming in touch with souls behind children bodies, right?
and the adults?
And the adult bodies, yeah. And being in a school environment where there's a constant activity going on. True? Okay.
Mm.
Now, what this one personally I would say would do is, because when this one was also teaching part of yoga and hatha yoga and all that, you're always coming in touch with people, right? And so what really helped me, the soul, I can share, and then you see what helps you. Yeah. But I can share, and if others also would like to share, what really helps this one is that just to know first, yeah, that I, the being with Baba, am forever combined. This to me is the basic foundation of anything. Now, it's not a mental commentary. It is not something, as we have said in the past also, that it can be taught. It cannot be taught. It can only be known. Yeah. And this will come from knowing that if I'm not this body, if this body is all ashes, the mind's commentary is all just a script that is there, then what is left behind is just a soul. And if I'm really just a point of light, when you've dismantled the ego's conditioning like that with understanding, and you're repeatedly seeing this, then what is left is just the I. This mental words are not me, physical body is not me, then what is left is just I. And that I is the real one who can only belong to the one real being. And that is Baba, right? The supreme being. Now, Baba is feeling real. More Baba feels real. And another thing, God is truth. Again and again, this one sees. Pehla hi subah uthte hi, God is truth. You know, God is truth. And then you coming from that space, God is truth, and you allow that first thing to, those words are pointing at Baba and Baba. Then this means his body is false, all whatever sleep and the grogginess that is being felt in the body, not wanting to sit in that chair for meditation, all those thoughts in the mind, is this all false? Yes, child. It's just you and me. That is the real. It's not feeling real, but it's okay. It doesn't, truth is not to be felt. Truth is to be known. Yeah. So then it is like once you are really just seeing Baba as the truth again and again, for me, that is a big thing. Yeah. Moment Baba is truth, everything else falls into place for me. Yeah. And then it's like from there, throughout the day, I'm constantly communicating with Baba. I really see their bodies as ashes. And I really see whatever words they are speaking as just some words being spoken from their dictionary. whether I'm communicating with family, whether you're communicating with outside people who are playing parts outside, or whether in a grocery store, first Baba and I together, I see that I have to break it for the Paramdham Sthiti also to be real, huh? Otherwise, that's another mental commentary that goes on. Paramdham mein ye hai, Paramdham mein. Well, that's just another commentary only then. If I don't break this, because this is so powerfully holding the soul. Yeah. And more you are seeing this. What one is finding is I, the seed with Baba, and this tree of words and the tree of images that words are painting has absolutely no truth. Now it is now my not only understanding, it's a knowing. Yeah. And then in that knowing, right? Like I'm sitting with the soul behind daughter who's talking to her friends for 2 hours in a journey. We are together, 3 hours car together, constantly speaking to their friend. Right? Now, if you are not with Baba, not seeing that body as dead, not seeing those words as simply some dead words from dictionary, you're lost in their conversation. Yeah, completely lost. फिर सोल हवा में है, परम धाम में है, and then they are beings of light, वो सब हवा में ही चल रहा है फिर. Some imaginary game going on, that Param Dham becomes imagination. So you've got to break this here. Yeah, at least for me. And then once this is broken, I find this absolute reality is the truth of all. Then I really find it's a natural consequence of it is we are all souls, and there is no words, have no meaning and no sense to it. And I can really be with Baba and communicate with him. Doesn't matter what anybody's speaking around me. You can just be with Baba and speak to him internally, because nothing is real around you. So the more I know the unreality and the reality, but I know that this is existing in the form of some energy, then it's fine. So seed and the tree, completely separate. Yet, this tree is within the seed. So then I'm just giving one aspect that is helping, but there are many, many other aspects which come into play when you're really playing it with Baba. Yeah, but others can also share a little bit and then we can go a little bit more in Murli.
Thank you.
Others would like to share? Yeah, Geet, go on.
Yeah, Didi, almost same. Matlab, this one just knows that मैं बाबा की गोद से कभी हिंदी बोल थोड़ा थोड़ा हिंदी है ना गलत मीनिंग चेंज ना हो जाए तो बाबा की गोद में ही हूं मैं आती नहीं बाबा की गोद से नहीं हूं तो एक बार बस बाबा ने गोद में बिठा लिया बाबा ने है ना
Combined, yeah. मैं इंग्लिश के वर्ड्स
combined अच्छा अच्छा हाँ so I am combined always with Baba doesn't matter तो माइंड में जो भी स्क्रिप्ट हो रही है नेसेसिटी पार्ट ब्रश हो रहा है बाबा की गोद में ही हो रहा है ठीक है बाबा ब्रश साथ में ही कर रहे हैं सिंस मॉर्निंग यू डू एवरीथिंग विद बाबा यू डू ब्रश विद बाबा यू टेक शावर विद बाबा बॉडी को शावर दे रहे हैं जो हो रहा है खाना बॉडी को खिला नहीं रहे खिलाने से मतलब होता है कि वाकई में कुछ वो खाना वर्ड मतलब अभी तक खुद के लिए यूज किया था राइट लेकिन डाल रहे हैं जैसे गाड़ी में पेट्रोल डालते हैं वैसे गाड़ी या सेम लाइक we are putting the food inside the body right we are not feeding the body we are putting the food inside the body so it doesn't feel real the body doesn't seem real that way to this one right and then again means वो सब हुआ लेकिन मेडिटेशन में जो है वो माइंड का कमेंट्री सेपरेशन वो सब you know with Baba everything doesn't matter what part is doing through the body you know being played but soul doesn't separate from the cannot be separated right भूल सकती है but separate नहीं हो सकती है this one is very much clear right so whatever is happening even coming into action means in the conversation with somebody right any soul so knows that Baba कैसे बाबा से पूछो पहले, बहुत बार भूलते भी हैं, राइट, समटाइम वी फॉरगेट।
हाँ, अच्छा, वो हम बाद में देखेंगे। हाँ,
हाँ
कीप
हाँ,
फिनिश।
लेकिन हाँ, तो जब भूला भी ना, तो बाबा से कि बाबा गोद से तो नहीं उतरी ना, अभी मेरा ट्रुथ तो चेंज नहीं हुआ। Even that part is seen by the soul, right, with बाबा। तो बाबा दिखाते हैं, वो उसमें कुछ चेंज नहीं हुआ। वो स्लीपी मोमेंट, वो द रिकॉर्डिंग, वो भी तुम्हें बताने आया, वो स्लीपी मोमेंट भी सिखाने आया है। इज देयर कि तुम इसमें भी तो नहीं आ गई, इसकी रिचनेस में भी तो नहीं आ गई, राइट। कि वो एक पीछे से जब हमेशा से एक थॉट रहता है, सटल में रहता है, कभी तो आ भी जाता है, अच्छे से दिखता है कि भूल गई थी, राइट। तो वो उसमें भी नहीं आई, इसीलिए वो रिकॉर्डिंग में है, इंटेंशनली है। बाबा तो बोल देते हैं इंटेंशनली वो डाला हुआ है कि कितनी किस हद तक सेपरेट हो। तो जैसे दीदी ने यहाँ पे कुछ बोला था, इसको भी वैसा ही थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट था, लेकिन जैसे अब न्यू है ना, तो ये बाबा इसको बताते हैं कि एवरी मोमेंट इसलिए न्यू है क्योंकि तुम भी एवरी मोमेंट पे फ्रेश हो। तुम जब फ्रेश हो तो एवरी मोमेंट भी तो फ्रेश ही बनेगा ना। तुम्हारे लिए ड्रामा है, राइट, तुम हो तो ड्रामा है। एवरीथिंग, मैं भी तुम्हारे लिए आया हूँ, ड्रामा भी तुम्हारे लिए, एवरीथिंग, माया भी तुम्हारे लिए, सब कुछ तुम्हारे लिए। तुम कितनी स्पेशल हो। तो बाबा ऐसे ऐसे बताते हैं, रियलाइज कराते हैं, इतना ऊपर चढ़ा देते हैं कि कि किसी और की नजर से जो हम देखना चाहते थे पर्सन आइडेंटिटी में, कोई हमें दिखा नहीं सका। हम भी हमें वैसा फील, वैसा बाबा कराते हैं, राइट, हर मोमेंट में। तो अभी किसी से कन्वर्सेशन हो रही है तो ठीक है, कहाँ कहीं इन सम मोमेंट्स देयर वेयर देयर इज आइडेंटिफिकेशन, राइट, कि जैसे गीत का हस्बैंड से बहुत ज्यादा कुछ है, मतलब वो ये नहीं कि प्यार का था, वो डिफरेंट भी हो सकता है। वो इनसिक्योरिटी का एक रिलेशनशिप जो था, वो संस्कार था या कुछ भी है, वो हमेशा ही ट्रिगर होता है। वो है, अभी तक है, वो ट्रिगर होता है। वो मुख से भी निकलता है अभी तक बहुत बार। वो आंसू तो आते ही आते हैं, वो अभी भी आ जाते हैं बहुत बार, बट बहुत बार वो नहीं आते। वो बाबा अच्छे से के साथ जब बात चल रही है तो वो अच्छे से उससे डिटैच्ड है। तो ऐसे ही जो दूसरे भी पार्ट्स हैं उसमें बात होती है। तो ये मोमेंट बाय मोमेंट अंदर अंदर चलता रहता है बाबा से। तो बाबा दिखा रहे हैं, वो सेपरेशन चल रही है, वो दिख रहा है किस हद तक ये डिटैच्ड है, राइट। ये सब बस ये बहुत, इसको लगता है कि जो अमृत वेला इज वेरी एसेंशियल, राइट। वहां से जब शुरू हो गया ना, अगर उठते नींद खुलते भी नहीं शुरू हुआ, इट्स ओके, बट आई थिंक एक बार वो वहां से भी शुरू हो गया ना कुछ दिन, फिर वो उठोगे भी आप गोद में, सोओगे भी आप गोद में, तो अब हो ही गोद में, जो हो रहा है वो गोद में है। वो विद स्टार्टिंग में पोज भी होता है वो, सॉरी।
हाँ, या
हाँ जी,
नहीं नहीं, इट्स इम्पोर्टेंट एवरीबडी शेयर्स ना। बहुत थैंक यू, सबको शेयर करना
थैंक
है, नोबडी इज ऑफ द हुक।
यू, सॉरी, थैंक्स फॉर
Anyone?
रिमाइंडर।
Anyone else wants to share?
Yeah, Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti.
Yeah, to in addition to what you said and Geet sister said, what really helps this one is even in the part to see everybody as a blessing. Like even this one part is in the clinic where dealing with lot of bodies and souls in children bodies. So lot of times, lot of different emotions, feelings, thoughts, lot of things are happening continuously. But what really helps is that everything that is happening, even in the drama, what everything is that is happening in the um, mind stage, everything that's coming, every feeling, every emotion, everything is a blessing for me. And it's a reminder for me, it's helping me remain aligned in my truth. And then whatever is happening in the part really, really, really doesn't matter. And like, because ये भी देखा है कि in mind will always remain dissatisfied no matter how much you try to come from the space of being with Baba. The mind will still try to give you some sankalp, some thought, some feeling you were not good enough, no matter how much you try. तो ये भी देखा है बाबा के साथ कि मन कैसे असंतुष्ट रहता है. So not falling prey to that, just even seeing that feeling of जो मन वो भी दिखा रहा है संतुष्टता की, that is also pointing to my truth of being a santusht being, being a contented being. So that has really helped this one to see everything that's happening within me also as a blessing, and then naturally everything that's happening outside becomes a blessing. That really helps this one.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. And anybody else would like to share? Please, everybody should share a little bit, What is the fear that's holding you back?
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti.
Didi, I need to ask one question. Like few days ago, in the Murli, Baba said, like, you are a diamond and look others as a diamond. So there was a class also uh, for this. So like in the Murli, when Baba said that, so there was a moment of self-reflection when I, as a soul, tried to see others as those pure souls, diamonds, without any story. I tried, but I couldn't. And then suddenly, my mind tried to show me all their stories, all their sanskars, whatever was there, the book of that inside my mind. And at the same moment, Baba showed me they are totally without any stories. There were two things at the same point of time, and my mind got really agitated, like restless and very, what's going on, means a kind of two things at the same time. And then for that moment, I left it there, like, okay, because I was in a meeting at that point of time, and those were 10 people for whom I tried to see them in as a pure souls. But somehow I thought, what's going on? And after, later on, not that moment, later on, maybe after 1 day or 2 day, I during a silent moment with Baba, the Baba said that because you were so much attached to their stories, you heard here, there, anywhere, you made a story about those souls, and actually you are living a life of duality. Then I thought, how duality? Then, because when Baba says in a Murli, like, you are a diamond and look others as a diamond, we just try to do it as a point from the Murli for some time, and when we remember. But in reality, what we do, we can't detach their stories from them.
It's not.
So
So the question
my
is how.
question is, how can we see them as total diamonds at Baba says? Because whenever we try, we can't detach. We see them as having this
This is what we have
this
been discussing.
quality or not.
Yeah, no, I got the question.
Yeah. Can
This
I
is,
answer, sister?
yeah.
Until unless we see ourselves that way, very difficult, in fact, impossible to see others that way. And
And
second, till the Baba feels real, no real. All the experiences, they won't look real. You live about others. For us also, it won't look real. If Baba does not feel real, and if we don't feel ourselves the way we want to see others, then it's impossible.
Yeah, very, very important. And this is what is my sense of I as that is accompanying every experience, every word, every sensation, every thought. What is my sense of I? Is my sense of I being this story in my mind that I believe myself to be? And then as that anchor of that story in my mind is my anchor for who I am. And then from there, I am living life. Baba will not feel real. Baba is a concept. Yeah. But for Baba to really feel real, and for the self, for the soul to really feel real, the sense of I, even as I'm speaking right now, I could be feeding. just being a person even stronger, reinforcing it. If I, the being, am not very clear that I'm the seed and there's a tree of all this activity within me, so then activity is not deceiving me. Movements of the body is not deceiving me, because I know my stillness cannot be changed no matter how much my body is in movement. I know my silence cannot be changed no matter how much I come into words. This is the knowing, this is the smriti, and this is the murli that we were going to read today, but okay, it was supposed to be reading tomorrow. So I guess it will be read tomorrow. But in that, Baba has said very clearly that until that knowingness is not clear, and Brahma Baba, he's given the example of Brahma Baba also in that Murli. Let me see, what was the date? Yeah.
Didi,
It
just
is
like you share your experiences, and then you say that you see others as a storyless, even though they are talking about their stories and
it
even
doesn't
the
mean that my mind doesn't create stories. I don't know if you heard the experience. There was this person who came, right? Even the
yeah.
daughter who's sitting next to me. The thing is, am I really seeing it? Its movement, its action, its sound, its words, its conversations, whatever that soul is coming into action as that body, or am I really seeing a soul in the heap of the ashes and the ocean of the words that are being spoken? There is that being that is within which all of this is existing. What is my vision for myself as that, and the vision for the other as that? We can't live as a body and then I'm seeing that soul in the forehead as a soul. I mean, you can, of course, anybody can do anything if that works for you. But what I mean is that you really have to break it down and live life keeping it broken down. You can't see the body as just a body. Either you see it as a heap of ashes or you see it as a bundle of bones or sensations. Nothing else. If you see it more than that, then being a conscious as a soul is not possible. And if you're hearing the words of others as really some very meaningful, important words, except Baba's words, any other words which are spoken as meaningful and important words, even Baba's words, see behind the words. You are lost in the world of words.
Yes, they are always looking for some kind of story. Like it cannot remain
Don't worry
totally
about, I think you're
empty.
too worried about what the mind is doing. So what if the mind is doing what it's doing? Let it do what it's doing. Does it matter? That's the nature of it, right?
Yes, but we cannot get detached from it totally. It will always be there saying its own. Mind is always like narrating some parts of some people, like this soul is this or that. Mind keeps on just
Monkey is a
chatting.
monkey. Monkey is
Yeah,
a monkey. It is going to jump from one branch to the other. So it's like, here nowadays, this beautiful expression, your monkey, your circus, right? It is like, instead of saying mind your own business to your mind also, it's just monkey and the circus. It loves to being in the circus as a monkey. Let it be. What is your problem with the mind? You be who you are and let the monkey doing its monkey business. You do what your business is, isn't it?
yes, that's right. Let those things, let those, whatever the mind keeps on saying, let it say, but we have to
Actually, you are
focus
not.
on as a soul.
Our interest in the mind is too much. Too much
Yes,
means
that's
too much, infinite much. There's too much interest in what the mind has to say. And the silence of the soul is just completely not interesting to the mind. That is why the soul, believing itself to be the mind, doesn't want to do anything to do with silence. Yeah.
yes, that's right.
So don't mind the mind, and the mind won't mind you.
Yeah,
Just
that's right. We try to discipline the mind sometimes. Okay, don't do this. Still, the
that will only happen once you have really mastered your truth, means you've known your truth fully. Then you will find that you are the master of your mind. As a monkey myself, I'm identified with being some monkey and then I'm trying to train another monkey, it's not possible. The circus will keep going
Yes.
on.
Yes,
But
Didi,
you
that's
have to
true.
know you are the master of the monkey. But for that, I have to step out of the monkey mind first. Know myself before and beyond the monkey mind. Then I can train the monkey. Hmm?
Yes, Didi, that's right. Very
Yeah.
true.
But the mind is so eager to train itself. Oh, I have to fix the mind. शिवानी दीदी ने बोला है कि थॉट से थॉट को रिप्लेस करो. अरे उसका समझो तो सही, वो सोल बहुत कॉन्शियस है. That soul is very awake. So that soul can speak. Okay, take your mind as this, and then say this to your mind and say that to your mind. That soul can speak because that soul lives like a soul. Hmm?
That's right, Didi, that's right. Because
नकल में भी तो
w-
आपका चाहिए, बाबा बोलते हैं. हमें
बिल्कुल
बाबा की नकल करनी है, बट उसमें हमें मतलब आत्मा को निकलना पड़ेगा उससे बाहर, मंकी माइंड से पहले. The consciousness of the soul of who am I, the silence that I am. First, I need to know that. Then, that is why don't go into just fixing the mind. Don't even go there. Just know who you are. Automatically, it is going to be what it is going to be. Just be who you are with Baba. And break the ego like this, not even ego, break the false image of being the body and the mind by seeing it for what it is, by knowing it for what it is. That is why Baba is giving us so many different ways of seeing things. But it's all coming from one soul that is aware, and this is a natural consequence of being awake and aware that sometimes this will happen and sometimes this kind of way of seeing will work and sometimes this kind of way of seeing is automatically coming from who you are. You are not applying different methods. If you apply different methods, you're doing it as a person. But if you're conscious as a soul, different ways of seeing things will come naturally from you. Huge difference in the two.
yes, Didi. Now I got it. Thank you so much. Okay, Didi.
ओम शांति दीदी।
Om Shanti.
दीदी अभी जो ये प्रैक्टिस अभी कर रहे हैं, जब से कोर्स किया उसके बाद, तो अभी ना ये जो डिफरेंस जो अभी आप बता रहे थे, अभी ये समझ में आ रहा है माया मन क्या करता था और एज अ सोल, कॉन्शियस सोल इसको कैसे लेते हैं, और वो बहुत ही नेचुरल हो रहा है, उसके लिए कोई मेहनत नहीं लग रहा है। तो वो बाबा जो संकल्प देता है, वो बाबा का संकल्प भी अपना लगता है, और जो मन जो चैटरिंग करता है उसको बिल्कुल ही अलग रखता है, उसका दुनिया ही अलग लगता है। तो ये कुछ कुछ चीजें जो पहले प्रैक्टिस, मतलब वो जो पुराने प्रैक्टिस होता था, तो उसमें कुछ कुछ संकल्प जैसे सुनते थे कि इसको ऐसे यूज करना है, जो हो रहा है अच्छा, जो हुआ अच्छा, जो होने वाला बहुत अच्छा, तो वो माया मन सुनता था और उसको ड्रामा में उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करता था। तो देखने में आता था कि ड्रामा कभी कभी तो बहुत ही अच्छा हो जाता था, कभी नहीं भी होता था, तो माया मन एक दूसरे और एक थॉट लाता था, बाबा ने बोला है ना ठीक हो जाएगा, ठीक हो जाएगा, तो उसको ऐसे ही थोड़ा सा टेम्पररी संतुष्टता भी आ जाती थी। लेकिन अभी जब एक कॉन्शियस सोल जब इसको सुनते हैं, तो मैं तो हुई चेंजलेस, मेरे अंदर तो कुछ चेंज हो ही नहीं रहा, जो चेंज हो रहा है वो संकल्प और वो जो चक्र अंदर घूम रहा है उसमें पल पल चेंज हो रहा है और वो अनफोल्ड हो रहा है। जब ये समझ में आया, तो अभी बाबा का सारा संकल्प जैसे अभी नेचुरल वही मेरा संपत्ति है। जैसे एक दिन बाबा ने बोला था मैं संपत्ति का सागर हूँ, तो अभी वो ना फील होता है अंदर से। हाँ, तो किसी को सोल देखना नहीं पड़ता है, वो मेरे अपना है। तो काल एक आत्मा आए हमारे इस बाबा के इस घर में, तो उन्होंने आते ही बोला आपसे ना एक अपनापन का फीलिंग आते हैं। हाँ, तो ये उन्होंने बोला, फिर ये तो बाबा का ही है, क्योंकि बाबा उसको फील करा रहे हैं, इसमें भी कोई मैंपन नहीं है, मैं तो हुई ही नहीं इसमें। तो अभी इस प्रैक्टिस, ये जो अटेंशन अभी दे रहे हैं ना हर पल, तो अभी लगता है ना नींद में भी अटेंशन आ जाता है। हाँ, तो ये अभी डिफरेंस, चेंज ये मालूम हो रहा है। थैंक यू दीदी, थैंक यू बाबा।
Thank you. Thank you
Om
for all
Shanti.
sharing. Yes.
Yeah, I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Who makes criticize Baba? Yesterday's Murli, there is that I read it. जैसे सदगुरु की निंदा कराते हैं, तो प्लीज एक्सप्लेन दिस सेंटेंस.
Mm-hmm. सदगुरु की निंदा मतलब यही है, आत्मा जो कि खुद कॉन्शियस एज अ सोल नहीं है, जो भी एक्शन कर रही है,
जी.
it is against Baba's Srimad, right? Even if it's the most beautiful action, but the soul is not conscious, it's a human virtue that is coming into action. Yeah.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
निंदा कराना मतलब ये literally नहीं लेना कि बाबा की criticism, Baba doesn't care about his criticism. Yeah. निंदा
जी.
कराना मतलब it's like you are not glorifying God, in the sense you're not living as your master God truth. That is all. Live as your master God truth and God will be revealed through you. That is all it means. निंदा कराना मतलब ये नहीं कि oh God is worried मेरी कोई निंदा करा देगा, मेरा बच्चा मेरी insult करा देगा. Again we are caught up in words.
जी.
Yeah, we are caught up in words. इस मुरली में बाबा ने ये बोला, मैं एक लाइन पढ़ती हूँ, finish. In the sakar form, because of being in the intoxication of the self, he could say with authority that even if he performed a wrong action, that would also be put right. Intoxication of the self. Now, it doesn't mean that soul behind Brahma Baba was careless. No. After paying all the attention, if some action does happen, that soul had that intoxication of I'm changeless, I'm storyless, this last second does not exist for me anymore. Then that soul, Baba is saying, that automatically everything will be put right means what? If I'm back to who I am in this moment, everything is already perfect. If I am not remembering the past second action in my mind, right? Baba has discussed this many times in the class. If I am not remembering the past action, let's say 5 minutes ago you said something to someone and they come and tell you, ये सिखाते हैं ब्रह्म कुमारी में, ये तुम्हारे बाबा सिखाते हैं तुमको. They come and tell you that. Now what will my mind say? बाबा की निंदा करा दी, आज तो मुरली में पढ़ा था और आज तो इंसल्ट ही करा दी बाबा की तुमको. Is that what mind will say? Instead, if you really had the intoxication of the self, of who you are, even if they come and speak to you like this, the intoxication of self, that this moment is already a dream for me. It does not exist for me anymore. I am the one who's beyond this imaginary scene that the other soul may be in their dream state holding on to it. It's their dream state. Just seeing others sleeping, I'm not going to go back to sleep. This is the intoxication of the self. Right? So that is why even if something has happened that is maybe not in alignment with my truth, firstly, this one never labels it wrong. I just say, oh, okay, my truth was not in alignment with my mind right now. That's okay. But who am I in this moment? If I am not going to hold on to it in my memory as me, mine, and I know the other one cannot hold on to it for too long. I just know it from knowing who I am. Yeah. Does that make sense? This is intoxication of the self. there is a certain knowing in the soul. And this knowing comes that if I am with Baba, I know all the souls are with Baba. Now, this is a knowing that is coming from your being with the Father. You know that even if somebody's feeling upset or somebody's sad and somebody's shared a very, very, what do you call, somebody yesterday did share some extremely devilish act of someone with this one. Yeah. And asking me, how do you see drama after that? Devilish means I can't even share it on the platform here. Yeah. And they shared this act that somebody had performed that they had heard. Yeah. And this one is just like with Baba. I know if I am with Baba, that this soul who's sharing this story, feeling some kind of anger towards someone and pity towards another one, if I'm with Baba, not only will they come out of this perpetrator victim identity that they are carrying for the others in their mind, but I know those who are even experiencing themselves to be perpetrator and victim right now, they too will experience their truth. Baba's truth of light of truth will shine on them. All I need to be is be who I am, not at all listening to the story as a story, just words, some words. I don't have any meaning understood. And I could see certain reaction also in my listening to the story with Baba. I'm listening and I could see the reaction. ऐसा भी होता है. वाकई में नर्क आ गया है. इतना लंबा टाइम नहीं लगा, 1 सेकंड में ये दोनों फीलिंग आ गई. But sitting with Baba, I'm like, I can see these words are just words with Baba. And I can see whatever sensation for a second or two also that body experience was just a sensation. There's no reality in it. What is the truth is that all beings are ohms like I am. And they all are exactly like that. The moment there is this absolute impersonalization from this body and mind and its words, mind bhi nahi, body and its vocabulary. Moment that body bhi nahi bolungi, ashes and its vocabulary. And then you know what happened? It was like ashes to ashes. Kya hota hai? Hota hai kya kuch ashes to ashes?
No, Didi.
तो सीन ही वही फिनिश ही हो गया, चित्त साफ, एकदम साफ. और फिर बाबा के साथ परमधाम की ट्रुथ तो रियली लगता है उसके बाद. फिर अपने आप ही ना मैंने उसको मिटाने की कोशिश की, बात तो अभी तक आपके साथ शेयर कर रही हूँ तो एकदम से याद आई, बट इट हैज नो relevance in the terms of truth in it. It's just some words and some bunch of atoms in it. There's nothing else to it. You've got to see things at that level where Baba is seeing. This is what Baba is seeing. Baba's not seeing anything else. This is what he's seeing. So that is what I see. And that is why he can be who he is, ocean of love. And that's how I can be ocean of love. Yeah? Break it every time. Even when you're talking to someone, don't see them, their body and their face and their beautiful features and their beautiful skin and hair. Okay? Just see what? White hair, black hair? What do you see?
Ashes.
Ashes, exactly. Atoms, ashes, whatever skeleton, whatever helps. Helps me, whatever is the truth that you can see in that moment. It will come naturally from being a soul. It's not as Rini, I'm trying to practice seeing them as skeletons. It's a natural vision of the soul. नहीं तो there are too many cluster of practices that a person mind can do from Baba's Murli. हो गया वो बिगिनिंग में हमने बहुत कर लिया, अब वो स्टेज गई, अब हम आत्मिक स्वरूप में रहकर we are seeing all of this. Right? So when you see in the mirror in the morning, see a skeleton there, or see ashes there, or see whatever bundle of sensations and atoms, whatever. It is a truth, no, for the soul. ये नहीं देखना कहीं पिंपल तो नहीं हो गया, कहीं ये तो नहीं हो गया, वो तो नहीं हो गया. अगर दिख भी रहा है तो समझ जाना ये माइंड ही देख रहा है. Yeah, wax doll, whatever you can see. Whatever helps. Not the word
Om
help is
Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, when you are transcending all the emotions, feelings, whatever comes to your mind to Baba, then where does the difference between silver and golden age comes? Like Baba says, immediately full stop, or the thoughts keep on lingering. Is that it? Or I'm understanding
No, there
something
is a
else?
battle with your sanskars. When there's a
So,
battling going on and you're identified with that battle, that is silver age sanskar.
okay, so could you clarify it with the example?
It is something, I mean, we've given many. Like, for example, just now, as one was saying that the daughter part was sitting next
Yeah.
talking for 2 hours or whatever on the phone, and not talking sensible, not rubbish, but sensible, and sometimes a little bit silly. Sometimes, yeah, the words are. Now, if I am really caught up in what they are saying and the meaning I'm associating with their ये क्या बात करी, क्यों बात करी, ऐसे कैसे बात, या कितनी अच्छी बातें कर रही है, कितनी sensible बातें कर रही है.
Okay, either ways.
Either ways, if I, the
Okay.
being, am caught up in just listening to that conversation as a real conversation with some meaning to it, and I, the being, am totally lost in that conversation, then what is happening is internally there's already a battle that is ensued, and I'm already in the middle of that battle, not even knowing I'm there. I'm silver aged heart, sanskar that I'm embodying in that moment. Yeah, I'm embodying. But if I, the being, am separate from it, and I can see that there are some words that are being spoken, and those words to me have no relevance because in my dictionary, it's just silence. That is Baba's dictionary. How is Baba listening? Baba doesn't understand the language that is being spoken and the meaning associated with it. Baba has no clue. Neither do I. Whatever it is in the body that is being felt also, like maybe some silliness is there, or maybe some great sensible talk is going on and I'm feeling so good about it. Wow, I'm such a good mother, or whatever it may be. It's whatever it is going on. I, the being, am just seeing it all as a detached observer with Baba. These feelings are coming. I could see subtle pride also because of some very sensible talk going on. Some very spiritual talk going on. I could see some subtle pride in the mind coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
So
could
that
see.
means the main thing is the difference between both two is like if you are a detached observer and you're transcending it to Baba, and the self introspection, what is going on, is the main crux for the golden age than silver.
Yeah.
Is
And
that right?
golden age is first knowing who am I. Otherwise, golden age is nonsense. First knowing who am I, and then from there automatically Sato Pradhan Sanskar is kicking in. I'm not trying. There's no trying in it.
Yeah.
There is just knowing and being, but no trying, no practicing. Knowing and being is happening there.
Trying is when a person identity comes in.
There's a silver aged Sanskar kicking in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Didi. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Didi. Sabko.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.
Sab
Om
Didis.
Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, angels.
Om Shanti.
Thank you.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Baba.